Hey Crystal Seekers, welcome to the Final Fantasy Perfectionist video, and today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VI Banner on top of an actual very surprising release as a Neo Vision Plus Awakening. So stay tuned for that. Also, I'll be doing some pulls at the very end of the video for Terra. So that should tell you a lot about Terra. But anyways, we got Shadow first, who is basically like Yuffie. I'm just gonna spoil that. Basically, just the copy and paste of Yuffie with some 50% katana and parallel is nothing, no laughing matter, which is pretty good. But here's the Yuffie ability that she had, and now he has as well. So I mean, that's the reason why you're bringing him along. Yep. He also has some ice and water in parallel, which is pretty cool. And also a katana. What? So he has two katana in parallels now. One that you can only use once. But then he has a katana in parallel 50% on a cooldown, which is really okay. So now he's a lot better. That's actually very helpful. 400% stat buff, pretty cool, but there's no LB damage buff, but it's fine. So yeah, he's actually very helpful with that. Pretty good. He also has 2-stack Mirage. And apparently it has 3-stack Mirage, but I'm sure this is restricted to being used like one time or something. Yeah, one use. So you only have you have 3 evasion stacks, which is very good, but only one time. It would have been pretty good if you could use it more than once, but okay. He also has the Gathering Allies, 250%, 1,250% leader skill, which is good. And then he's a chainer, water locked unfortunately, but will work with units like Tifa. So that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, he's not strong DPS wise because I already saw his numbers. They're really low, but he's not meant to be a main DPS. He's supposed to be a supporting DPS. He gives killers and stuff like that. So pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and give him an 8 out of 10. Pretty good unit. Let's move on to Terra, who is an overdrive character. So she has 120 times mod, she has store buff, which is all good. She also has this ability where she can get a store buff on the autocast after several turns. Also, over 4 turns you get 4,000 MP back, which is crazy. You get a lot of things in this cooldown here. You get LB fill, you get Evo, you get store buff. You get only for 1 turn this ability modifier, which kind of like whatever. I kind of glossed over that because this is like whatever. And then this evoke damage for 1 ally. Typically this was like something else. Like I think it was for everybody 100% on some of those Dark Vision Abyss units. But this is 200%. This is the first ever of that 200%, which is good. And then I know what your eyes are drawn to for the JP side. Defense and Spirit Break 90% on a cooldown, no SLB, no one use only. Straight up, Defense and Spirit Break 90%. Now you guys in Global, this will be like, okay, we have like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 units that can do that. But this is actually the first unit that can do both at the same time on a cooldown with no one only use or anything like that. So this is extremely valuable. The one downside she has is that her field effects are terrible at this point. I believe these are probably just copy and pasted from her previous version. Also, her Timor and Estimate reward is pretty pathetic. 250 stats only. I mean, that's it. So, obviously you're not using these field effects. They're not good. They're just not good. But the rest of her is good. She has 50% sword in parallel on a cooldown. Like, those are just crazy that they're on cooldown instead of just having them on grandest abilities or whatever. So, she also has store buffs on these unlockables, which is good. Modifiers on them have to be crazy because, yeah, it's chaining. Her leader skill is okay, but her chaining, or like her hits count as 5, but you can highlight it for some reason. I've never seen this before. Attack frames are kind of like close. they're a little close. I don't know. You might be able to weave this in, but this is probably a finisher, similar to Cloud, and her damage numbers are pretty good. But the real reason why you want to bring her along is because of these things, these two things here. Like, you want to bring her along just for these, and then like all this like this stuff. So she's quite good. Field effect kind of sucks, but what can you do? You can't make her perfect, I guess. But I think she's very valuable. I personally thought that she was just going to be a terrible evoke unit with like a 90 times mod for the meme. But no, she's actually good. They mostly stayed away from the evoke stuff, which is good because at this point, evoke stuff is kind of useless. Oh, also she has 150% amp, which is good. Yeah, that's good. So, overall, very valuable unit. I'm going to go ahead and give her a 9 out of 10. Very valuable. That's why I'm going to try to get her later in this video. And now we have the main event. Surprisingly, I didn't think much of this guy, but he is actually at the top. Now, I'm not sure what goes into making him in the top. I'm assuming like giving him 200% killers, giving him the 100% amp, and giving him a bunch of other things he's gonna need. But yeah, he is very powerful. And so he got a change, or not a change, but he got clothes that give. Oh, this is why. Okay. I saw that it gives him LB mod buffs on the clothes, but it didn't say what they were. And, obviously, this explains it because those are pretty big modifiers. Those are pretty gigantic mods. So yeah, that's quite good. Yeah, I would say that's quite good. He also gets another 50 times mod if you have enough of him and you are able to get that. Because those ones require you to get, if you have enough copies of him or shards of him. The one thing that he is definitely lacking, also has another 50 times mod. I'm not sure, I'm assuming these are stackable because they're from different sources, different names. Yep, they're different names, so I'm assuming they're stackable. So you get 50 times, another 50 times, and then you have, for one of these, obviously you probably want to do the 350 one, which is probably his base. Is it his base LB? No, it's his Brave Shift LB. And what's that? It's been a while since I've used him. It's a chaining LB. I believe this is 27. So yeah, this doesn't look very impressive, but remember, he's getting a lot of modifier buffs and things like that. Also, whoa. Okay, that really explains it. He has 8 times cap. Holy. And 2000 flat attack. And he has infinite turns. Yeah, I can see why he's good. And 1000 flat attack at EX3. And all these other things. I think he already had. I think he already had these things. Holy. That's crazy. Yeah, I can see why this guy is good now. He'll just need some support. He needs the 100% ice amp, because I think he's locked to ice. Yeah, he's locked to ice, but you need 100% ice amp, and you'll need to get it from killers, and you'll need to buff him. Of course, as most units need buffs anyways. So, yeah, I can see why he's good. He has 350 times mod, plus another 50, plus another 50. For 3 turns. This one will go away because you can only use it one time, and this one you can use every so often. So yeah, I can see why he's the number 1. Spoiler alert, apparently he's the number 1. You would think that Cloud would still be up there, he is, but this guy, they gave him a lot because, I don't know, I guess just because he's AKSTAR and he was one of the favorite characters that everyone wanted, so I guess they wanted to buff him. So yeah, he is extremely powerful. The only reason why you're able to get there, by the way, is if you have the Dark Vision Greatsword, which breaks pretty much every unit, but you no longer want to use his STMR. His STMR is terrible. So you'll have to be stuck with his TMR. What does he get with his TMR reward anyways? Is it even useful at this point? this really isn't that valuable. I mean, you lose 50% true dual wield and also the LB fill, but then you don't have to equip a terrible TMR. Unless you have room for it. Because as a TMR is terrible, like this is actual garbage. And so you can equip great swords, of course, so Dark Vision Great Sword, he's gonna be hitting very hard. He just needs some support, some ice support. So maybe if I can get him going, maybe I'll be able to make a video on him. I'm not sure. It depends on my energy levels and if I can get him going or not. But anyways, now that the review is over, we're gonna do a little bit of pulls. Hopefully stay down to the very end for some pulls. Alright, so I only have enough to do up to the... I have to do up to the free one. So hopefully we can at least get one of her. For that 90%. I know I pulled for the other guy who has 90% defense break, but you can only use it one time. So it'd be great to have her instead. Let's see what my luck gives me today, guys. That's not really what we're looking for. He's already EX3 for me. And that's obviously not very useful. So, two Neovisions that aren't very useful to me. What can you do? Pretty used to it by now, getting, you know, not on banner stuff. That's the new one. I don't think mine's EX3 yet. That's unfortunate. Because I just got her to EX3. I know that she's a new unit, but I got her to EX3 on my account. So that's unfortunate that I pulled her as one of my units. And I believe that he's not EX3 yet. I think he's not. I'm not sure. So I don't know if we're gonna get her. Be disappointing, but what can you do? I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm assuming this is just a one that our Neovision. Oh, I got the other unit. Of course I did. Of course I got the Shadow. I mean, that's still good for like my bonus and everything, but I wanted Terra, so I don't know. That's still cool that I got a banner unit, but I was hoping for, you know, Terra. You know, it'd be really crazy. I know it's not gonna happen, but if the next unit is Terra, so I get both on the same screen. Unfortunately, I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but that would have been pretty crazy if it was. And I don't think this card's good. I think it's just, yeah, it's just trash. So whatever. This could change. Nope. This could still be Terra. Nope. I think I actually got her EX3 too, so not a very valuable pull. And then we have the free pull. So is it gonna come from the free pull maybe? I mean, I'll get both banner units on the same video. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, well, I need a little bit of Lapis and I can try to do one more pull. Let's see. Alright, so also I noticed that they split up the shards where you're not getting 50 at the very end. You're getting, like, there's no real point in that. I guess it's attempt to even more, but like, whatever, I don't really care. Is this gonna be Terra? Or is it gonna be Shadow or something unrelated? Oh my god, we did it! Let's go, actually! Let's actually go. We actually got her. That's actually crazy. We got Shadow and her in the same video, and the Shadow wasn't even on this, technically wasn't even on this, so it was a random, it was technically a random pull. So we got Shadow and her, 2 new units, in the same exact video. Crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. I might have to work towards getting the rest, I guess. I can't do it right now. And, I have quite a while to do this, so I'm not in any rush. But that's crazy. So, that's pretty hype for me. And now let's look at what went with my AKSTAR. I'm not sure if I have a lot of copies or not. Let's see. I don't know if I have a lot of copies. Or I melted them all, or I put them like 2 at EX3s or something. I hope I didn't do that. Do I not? I don't have any copies? Uh-oh. I don't have any copies? Oh, what? How do I not have any copies for him? That's crazy. I don't have any copies? That's actually wild. How do I not have any copies of one of the first Neva's units? Unless I made a mistake and I made like 2 EX3s of him or something. That's... what? I know he's EX3, but like, what? Okay, I'm actually flabbergasted. You know the meme, the scientists are flabbergasted? That's me right now. How do I not have more copies of him? Okay, that's crazy. I guess I won't be able to make him at full power. I know we're supposed to be getting in this one, I think either a login or an event. Something in here gives you shards for him, 150, but that's not enough. You need like 900 in total to, I think it's probably in here, but that's not enough. So that's kind of crazy. I guess I won't be able to make him full power. That's really unfortunate, but we did get the W. We did get Terra and Shadow in the same pool, so that's really crazy to me. A little bummed though. I was assuming that oh wait, hold on. Here's my oh, I forgot they made multiple things of this now. Here's my last hope that maybe he is in here for some reason. So hold. Okay, I guess he's not there. Is there any filters on? It seems like there's 2, but it won't let me click on this one. Oh, I think the top one is just your regular box. I'm not sure why there's an arrow here where you could click on it like these other ones. So they're probably, I guess I don't have them. Unless there's like a really weird filter on. That's really crazy to me that I don't have more copies of him. That's actually mind-blowing. That kind of bums me out, even though I just got a W. It's kind of like a W and a big L, because now I can't experience full power AKSTAR. So, kind of a bummer. Sorry for the long video, but I wanted to look and see. I guess I don't have any more copies of him. Maybe I could find a friend, but then, like, I'd want to use 2 of him, so I don't know. That's crazy that I don't have more copies. Oh well, it is what it is. What can you do, guys? At the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. Alright, I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace.